All right, it's been probably about 11 months since we came to you last. All the growth had pretty much topped out at the end of last April or early May, whenever the last video was. And over the summer, fall, and winter, not too much new growth, maybe some leaf structure. But everything that kind of came up since then has been very skinny. This is the third video I think that I've done. We lost a couple culms or a couple plants over the winter in the ice. The weight of the ice had all these things drooping down. I might post a photo of that in this video later. But I'm gonna go down. I don't see any new culms coming up. It's the Ides of March right now. So beware the Ides of March. But you can see here pretty much everything is kind of where it was when we left off. You can see this is one of the stalks or the culms that cracked. I cut that where it was because the top of it had, the way that these things break, they kind of break and there's kind of a ribbon quality to them when they do. But that's basically what it left behind. So I'm not sure if we're going to get anything new from this root. This one again, maybe there's a couple new little guys in the middle there, but you can see this guy popped up between where I had done some uplighting. There's a little low voltage there, and you can see that the container is kind of doing its job with these runners. They're hitting these sides and kind of coming right up. This is another one where we lost the plant under the weight. This one had gone over the fence and kind of bent over. This one, if you recall last year, we spent a good deal of time, the culm cracked, and then there was a new piece coming up that died, and now these leaves are kind of browning, so I'm not sure what's going on. Probably not the healthiest, but everything's real skinny here, so I'm really hoping for some decent things from this one this year, but I just don't know. This one you can kind of see, again, the sides are doing their job. Because in the back there we've got some items kind of coming up. You can see this is where one of the plants also cracked right here. Sorry, we got a lawnmower in the background there. I'm not sure how audible that's going to be. Yeah, I don't see any new growth kind of really coming up here. Just some little guys. I don't see any new culms yet. Maybe we will soon in the next couple weeks. Where was one? Oh, this one was one that, I don't know, like a torpedo. It kind of comes up and then goes back underneath. So I'm not sure. Maybe that's these guys right over here, leaving the area to go propagate. We have a similar situation over here that doesn't look as healthy. This piece right here, this is hard still, but it has looked healthier in the past. So I'm not sure if that's going to pop up somewhere or what's going on with that one. This looks like it was a 2 plant. So I'm kind of expecting a little bit more out of these 2s this year than I got last year, simply because they've had a year to be here. But yeah, nothing new culm-wise or significant culm-wise kind of coming up. Just these little thin guys that have kind of branched up here. And yeah, again, you see over at the edge there, that plastic on the edge is kind of doing its job. We continue to use compost of what we kind of discard. We got, you know, avocado pits and coffee grounds, and it looks like the eggshells like to stick around for a little longer. Just looking for stuff to kind of decompose around these things and keep feeding them. I do think it's interesting, these ant hills like to I think during the winter or during the cold months, they tend to happen around the electric, and I think it's because of warmth. So I'm not sure on that one. But I've seen this at neighbors' houses where the uplighting seems to have ant hills kind of grown around it. We did have it, and I've kind of cleared it out a couple times. So we'll see. Here's some leftover kind of trickle watering hose. I don't think I'm going to install that, but it was kind of left over from a different project, so I brought it over here anyways. All right, we'll check back in a couple weeks and see if we got any new growth.